After stabilizing a player's shooting skills against the boards or in a warm-up drill like horseshoe shooting, the next step is to add footwork into the equation. Begin with a line of left-handed and a line of right-handed players on their proper floor sides at the shooter positions in one or both ends of the floor, both lines with balls. For beginners, you can use pylons to mark out footwork patterns where necessary, varying the distances from the net based on age and skill level. Variation 1 is called the L shot, whereby the first player in either line takes a hitch step towards the board side, planting off their outside leg and cutting toward the middle, setting their feet perpendicular to the net, and stepping into an outside shot from inside of the prime scoring area. The opposite line then takes a turn, alternating back and forth, giving the goalie 1 to 2 seconds in between reps to reset, and switching goalies halfway through the allotted time for the drill. Coaches should demo the proper technique prior to the start of the drill. The most common error in this respect is players shooting off of their back foot instead of stepping into their shot.
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see you coming down and then coming straight, because guess what? You're running right into the defense, okay? You gotta go across. You gotta make your move, go across to here. This is where the shot's coming from, okay? Not down the alley, you're going right to the top here. Secondly, is get some power. Get some power into your shot. This is limpy. This isn't hard. The goalie's going to stop that every single time. When you're coming around, right? Make your move. Plant, step low, get power, and follow through on your shot. All right?
Variation 2 is basically the exact opposite of Variation 1, with the first player in either line taking a jab step to the top side, planting off their inside leg and pivoting into a back pedal, or what we would call a drag, toward the board side. After a couple steps backward, the players should re-establish their momentum towards the net, i.e. north-south, and take a shot while still in the prime scoring area. The most common error in this case is players continuing to backpedal outside of the prime scoring area, as well as continuing to fade away and not re-establishing their momentum towards the net. Once again, coaches should demo the proper technique prior to the start of the drill. Variation 3 is just to add different release points on the shots, with coaches instructing players to take either overhand, sidearm, underhand, and/or bounce shots. Variation 4 is to add a dummy defender acting as a screen, with advanced players moving with the shooter to help the screen be effective, such as with an out-of-position defender. The dummy defender could be a volunteer, otherwise, after shooting, the shooter then becomes the dummy, eventually re-entering their respective line. Keep in mind that all of these drill variations can be done as either a set shot, which is recommended for beginners, or a shot on the run, once players have demonstrated competency within this drill. Variation 5 is an advanced concept which sees players react to the rebound of the shot, starting with all of the balls in one shooter line and switching sides halfway through the drill. In this variation, the shooter shoots the ball and both shooters need to react to the rebound. The general rule on offense is that the off-ball shooter is responsible for reacting back against reverse transition, which is true in this drill, but there are also two caveats. The first is that if the rebound goes to the off-ball shooter's side, the off-ball shooter pursues the loose ball and the on-ball shooter reacts back. The second is that if the rebound goes to the on-ball shooter's side, they attack the rebound and the off-ball shooter reacts back. If the goalie corrals the rebound, both shooters react back. In Variation 6, after their footwork pattern, instead of taking an outside shot, players either turn the corner and walk up the middle, face dodge or roll dodge underneath, or, for advanced players, swimming the last pylon, in all cases carrying the ball towards the net for a shot in tight. To add competition to any of these variations, try the no misses game, which sees that for every ball that misses the net during the drill, players will have to sprint from one sideboard or end board to the other. For every goal that is scored, one sprint is removed from the total, with goalies having to run if the players keep their sprint total at or below 0. Another classic competition is the game to 7, lefts versus rights, with the losing team doing push-ups, sit-ups, bodyweight squats, planks, sprints, etc. Competition is simply a great way to mimic the pressure situations in a game.